I wanted to mention an important point with regards to the two Masechtot that have exactly 49 dafs in the Babylonian Talmud, and that some customs exist to learn them during this time of Sfira, since there are 49 days. I guess the simple reason would be this way you remember every day which day to count. This is the day of the Masechtot, this is the day, the page of the tractate you're learning, and so it will remind you of counting the Omer. So there are only two such Masechtot in Babylonian Talmud in the standard edition, and that is Sota and Shvuot. And as it turned out, both have much deeper reasons why they're related to this time period. By the way, interestingly, the cycle of Daf Yomi also ended with Sota at this time, but not exactly perfectly. It would have been almost a mess if it would be exactly fitting the day after Pesach if Daf Bet would be started, but it didn't happen that way. Rather, we're learning a little bit ahead. The Daf Yomi is some pages ahead of the Omer Sfira, but at any rate, it did fit at this time period, which is also interesting. And let me first discuss why the Sfira is related to Sota, and then why Sfira might be related to Masechet Shvuot. So, with regards to Sota, the main reason given is that according to the Zohar, our nation is like a woman purifying herself. In a way, the days between the day after Pesach and Shavuot obviously is the conclusion of the entire time period. So we're preparing for accepting the Torah. And these days, we are counting as if it's a woman who is trying to enter marriage, except that for a woman usually counts 7 clean days, and we're counting 7 times 7. The whole nation counts 7 times 7. And it's interesting that the checking of Sota was done through a korban of barley. And the only other barley korban, all other minachot were from wheat, except one other one. And that is, of course, the Omer. Omer was from barley. So the two korbanot that are barley, and the Zohar relates the two. Again, our nation is being checked in a sense. Did we commit, in a sense, adultery when we were in Egypt? Meaning, did we not remain loyal to Hashem? As a woman who commits adultery, she's disloyal to her husband. Was our nation disloyal in Egypt? Did we fall that far to have chosen something else, other worship instead of Hashem? So in a way, it's our nation that's being checked. And of course, then every year, the same process in the spiritual world is happening, our preparation and checking of us. And that's the barley korban that is brought on the day after Pesach. And then, of course, the wheat that is brought on Shavuot, that's the culmination of it. At the end, when we're found clean, in a sense, we're found loyal, we bring the korban of wheat, and it's not really a korban, it's not brought on the Mizbeach, it's just shaken in a way where we shake the lulav and given to Kohanim. But it's from first wheat. The first barley is brought on the day after Pesach. That's the way the cycles work in Israel. Usually around March or so, or end of March, beginning of April, the first barley crop can be harvested. And then later, about almost 2 months later, around Shavuot time, is the first wheat. So the first wheat is brought on Shavuot. So that's the relationship between Tractates Sota and our time period of Sfira. On the other hand, Tractate Shvuot probably is related because of Shavuot connotation. It's not a coincidence that the holiday Shavuot, Shavuot, which of course comes from the weeks, but it's still related to Shvuot oaths. You could even see it in Haftorah of the second day of Shavuot. The truth of the matter is that both have to do with the shoresh, with the root of Shiva, 7. Again, it's a Kabbalistic idea. Ramban touches upon it. It's much more explained in Azor and in Kitvei Arizal, but at any rate, there's definitely a relationship between swearing and 7. By the way, you see it in the case of a Shvuah that Avraham made with Avimelech also, and with 7 Kivasot, Beersheva, if you remember, everything is related. The 7 and the Shvuah, and of course Shavuot. Shavuot comes from the word weeks, and weeks are 7-day periods. That's why 7 times 7, right? Shavuot is the end of the 7 times 7 periods. So Shavuot and Shvuot are definitely related. And so Tractate Shvuot just happened to be exactly the same number of pages as the period of Sfira. So I wish everybody to do the right tikkun during this period. There's only 2 times when we're trying to, in a way, fix everything. Right? One is between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Al Pi Arizal, every day you fix everything that was done throughout the year on that day. Right? Let's say on a Tuesday between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, you fix all the Tuesdays. And the other is the period now, 7 times 7 days, the 7 weeks, when we fix everything. Some people, Kabbalah, say all kinds of meditations and words that have to do with Sfirot, which day fixes what. But the truth is, if you look in Kitvei Arizal, he explains it much more complex than the way it is in Sidurim. Sidurim just bring every day a Sfira within a Sfira, but in Arizal it's a far more complex combination of Sfirot. But whatever the case may be, it's definitely 7 times 7 has to do with some kind of a general rectification, the general tikkun that we're trying to do. And let us hope that we will accomplish it, and we'll mikabel the Torah on Shavuot with fully rectified all our avirot. And if you like this video, please press like, and please subscribe to our channel.